She's a poet, and she just published her first poetry book on Amazon. And she's got her second book coming. It's already out on Amazon as well. The first one's called The Storyteller, which we have here, and which she'll be reading out of. And she's also going to do some new poems as a treat to you guys that are not found in her book. And she's been doing poetry for 14 years, and she's really evolved as a writer. I don't know why I said that. I don't know if she's evolved as a writer or not. I'm not artistic, but I read her poetry, and it's very connecting, it's very soothing, it's very relaxing. So I was like, hey, you should come out to Dallas and bless us with your words. So I got her to come out here, and just some rules. We want to keep it clean, so hold the curse words. And if you want to sign up to perform, we have a sign-up sheet. We can only do, I think, about 8 or 10 performers. So if you know someone that wants to perform, call them. They can come here and sign up. And without further ado, I will give you Saida Morgan, who is going to read her first poem for you. And I hope you enjoy it.
Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. So my name is Saida Morgan. I'm going to be reading from my book called The Storyteller. The first poem I'll read to you tonight is called Beautifully Broken. When I wrote this, I just thought about how we all have damage in some way, but if we don't see the beauty in life, it can blind us to future achievements. Beautifully broken. Reminiscing about old times, reading between the lines, when everything was just fine, or maybe it's all in your mind. Where everything had a place, there was always enough space for whatever there was to face, leaving the mark it traced. Along your cracked skin, blowing it out, breathing it in. Cold air between your fingers seems to wander, seems to linger. Holding you up in a breeze as your body starts to freeze. Letting go all the way, nothing else to say. Thoughts seem to sway. In your mind, they will stay. Broken hope, wild dreams, trying to define these things. Lost in thought, it seems, your light becomes a beam. Nowhere to turn, everywhere to look. Don't know how long it took to read your own book. Barely connected by a hook, the running never stops, either do the clocks. Taking the time away, watching it burn and fade. Slowly remember the reason why. Your protection is your disguise. Too much blindness in those eyes, looking you down, head to thigh. What do they see and know that you already don't show? Wishing everything would just go as you watch it swim, watch it float. Meditate your thoughts away, making your mind a place to play. But now the fun is over, you begin to think slower, until everything is a blur. Of broken sentences and misspelled words start to feel like you've been cursed, but trust me, there's always worse. All the doors are closed, but a window is left open, revealing a rare type of chaos that's so beautifully broken. Thank you.
So what we'll do is intermittently pull up a person that signed up. The first person here did not use their real name, or I hope this is not their real name. Hacker13, are you here? Okay. Let's give him some snaps, guys.
Should I just read one?
You can read one, and then I can sign you up for another one if you'd like. So I'll just put your name down.
Hi, I write code, but my boss said that I have an antisocial personality and that I should do something to lighten up, so I wrote these poems because I was forced to write them, not because I wanted to.
That's all right.
This one's called Oh Baby, Oh Yeah Baby. Let's stay here forever. We can wear matching masks. As we talk about the neo-romantics and pretend to be music fanatics, we can see the cliffs of Dover shrouded in fog. We can drive off of cliffs get stranded in bog, carefully mapping out the individual fleshy protuberances, running adverbs through clumps of your hair, running adverbs through clumps of your hair. Clumps of your hair as we wait for the feminine hair care products to arrive through Amazon Prime, whether we're watching sports on the telly or preparing sensible meals that are tasty. I will always be your virulent contagion that lives inside of you, in your aorta. Until one day I peel off of the walls of your aorta, and you tumble headfirst down the stairs as you fall, and you tumble headfirst down the stairs as you fall. But that day is far away, and for now we will remain here, becoming one with this couch as I update my tumbler. The polyester fibers of the upholstery grow into my skin and impregnate me, like the alien from the eponymous film, like the alien from the eponymous film. It doesn't matter anyway. I'll probably get hit by a bus.
Thank you. That took a lot. Thank you. Okay. Saida's going to read us another one. This is really loud now, so you can bring it down a little bit. She's going to read us another poem from her book, which is also here if you guys want to take a copy with you home. We have her books here, and they're also available on Amazon. There's a QR code on the flyer over there. You can just open up your phone camera and scan it, and you will have the book on Amazon. Thank you.
This next poem is called Guarded. When I wrote this, I just thought about how maybe not me personally, but me and others, people who feel like they need to be more open, and how we put up a shield sometimes without realizing it. And maybe we're missing the bad things, but we're also missing the good things. Okay, Guarded. The silence has broken, dreams have awoken, still standing in place, can't recognize your face, hidden behind a shield, looking for an open field, searching for a release from the inner beast, always on the edge, hanging from the ledge, must always stay protected, avoid getting affected. All of movement has stopped, the time has been lost, always fall into myself while crying out for help. Need a shoulder, a chest, just somewhere to rest. Thoughts spin in my head while I ignore the dread. How do I unlock the door when searching for more? Too afraid to let go, there's something you must know. I'm a friend, not a foe. But that's not what I show. I wish I could explain the chaos in my brain. You'll be convinced I'm insane, but it's better than being plain. An anchor holds me down while I lay on the ground. There are voices that surround, but I can't make a sound. Remain torn between the two. Who am I? Who are you? Are we just random beings stuck behind a screen or connected by the seams, sewn in by a string? Open wounds have been cured, healed by the pure, but I'm still hiding away from the words I say. Do I leave or stay? What is the price to pay? Are you worth fighting for, or do I still need more? Is there any direction to improve my selection? Been hiding for too long? What if it all goes wrong? Can't risk the defeats. Wraps around me, holds me still. Guess I've got some time to kill. Let me assure you that it's real. My scars are what you'll heal. Feeling as light as air, can anything ever compare? Stay true and stay fair, only way to show you care. Having a battle within, injected into my skin, it's my sanity you steal, but I don't want to feel. Left without a choice, all I hear is your voice. Taken in from the cold, how can you be so bold? Don't you know you should run? I'm too far from the sun. Save yourself, leave me there, held under a constant stare. Openly volunteering information, causing a further complication. No questions or contemplation, can you see my frustration? Just looking for where your heart is, will I forever be guarded? Thank you. Thank you.
Now you see why I brought her out here. Yeah. So we do have another person on the list. Let me grab it real quick. We have Louis Rahil. Louis is coming against his will. And Louis, the mic is loud, so just keep like 6 inches.
Yeah, Louis!
I wasn't expecting to speak today, but he got me hooked. I'm a speaker, but I'm really a storyteller. And today I'm going to tell you a story about this guy who was 6 feet tall, 180-pound high school superstar. Too good for the basketball team, too quick for the soccer team. His little brother wasn't so lucky. He was about 5 feet tall, undersized athlete in middle school. And for the last 6 months, he was going home hungry because there was a bigger kid in his class that was taking his food away. It got so bad, the little brother stopped fighting, he stopped resisting, and he started to give his food away. The little kid never told his teachers or his parents or his brothers, fearing that if he told anyone, that the bully would come back the next morning and double down on him. But over the spring break, everything was about to change because his older brother heard the story and he was determined to make things better for his younger brother. On Monday morning, he was going to run the distance between the two schools, about a mile away from each other. And he calculated 6 minutes each way, 4 minutes for the beat down, and that would leave him with some time to have lunch with his younger brother. At 11 o'clock on Monday morning, he started his journey. He started to run on the sidewalk for a little bit, zigzagging between cars for a little bit, and 8 minutes after 11, he found himself face to face with the bully as his younger brother was giving his food away. He shouted, "Stop!" And he proceeded to beat down the bully. What the bully said next is pretty intriguing. He said, "Why are you beating me? I have never beat your brother." What the bully did not understand that broken bones heal faster than broken hearts. What the bully did not understand that bruised muscle heals faster than bruised self-esteem. And this little brother was forming his self-worth, his self-image, based on somebody other's opinion of him. And the older brother knew it because he took 3 steps, walked to his younger brother, whispered in his ears, and he said, "When the bully fight, you fight back, you keep fighting." And he said it again loud enough for everybody to hear. "When the bully fight, you fight back, keep fighting." Ladies and gentlemen, in case you haven't figured this out yet, I am the little brother that went home hungry for 6 months. I would sneak into my mother's kitchen to steal some food because I was so afraid to tell my mother why I was so hungry right after school. I am the little brother that formed his self-image and self-worth based on other people's opinion of him. And even though on that day, the bully was laying in the ground looking to the sky, tears in his eyes and blood in his mouth. He was defeated in the ground, but I still had bullies in my head. I still had an inner voice in my head that's telling me that I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not smart enough to do what I want to do in life. And I tell you this story today not because I'm special or unique. I tell you my story because it's your story, his story, and her story. This is our story. Because none of us is dealing with external bullies, but all of us dealing with internal bullies that live inside of our head, rent-free, that keep telling us that we're not good enough, we're not strong enough, we're not smart enough to do what we want to do in life. And I still remember the day I immigrated to the greatest nation on earth, United States. I lived in Ohio. And I remember all these nights that I slept on the floor, and I spent a lot of holidays alone. I doubted myself and others doubted me. I dealt with depression, I struggled with anxiety. But I've never let those dark nights stop me from fighting to earn what I call my greatness, because none of us deserve greatness, but all of us could earn it. And I think I did, because now I speak on stages, I share my message, I tell stories that people are willing to listen to. Now I went back to school and finished with a bachelor degree, master degree, opened a business, I sold a business, and right now I assist directing one of the biggest departments in North Texas. And I truly believe that I'm not where I need to be or what I want to be, because I'm still just like all of you. I still struggle to be the father that my kids deserve. I still struggle to be the man that my wife married. I still struggle to be the friend that I really want to be. And I tell you my story today to encourage all of you. Instead of reaching high, I want you to dig deep in your heart. Find that place that nobody has ever visited. Bring your greatness out. The world needs you to be at your best. We want to see your gifts. Share it with us. But one of my biggest regrets in life is this: if I ever go back, I will never let my brother beat down the bully. I would look into his eyes, hold his hand, and tell him, come with me. I know something that you're not ready for. Let me talk to you about this, because whenever you beat the bully, you become exactly what you are afraid the bully to be. What if all of us take a different approach to this? Rosa Parks changed history by refusing to stand up on the bus. Instead of standing up, what if you all take a moment to sit down with the bullies in schools? What, instead of standing up to your wife, sit down and understand her needs? What, instead of standing up to your own kids, what if you take a minute around the dinner table and ask, how was your day? My friends, I don't want to take all this time, but I encourage you to dig deep in your heart. Find that something that we all need to see. Share it with us. Just like I shared my story today, the world is waiting for you to share yours. Thank you.
Thank you. I felt that one because I work at a school. I'm a teacher, and you hear the word a lot, and it's really sad because the bully's suffering as well as the one bullying, and it's a long process. It's hard. So thank you so much. We're gonna do another poem. I'm sorry. We're gonna do a new poem that is not in the book, so a special treat for you guys. A new poem by Saida.
This is a poem I wrote about a month ago. And it's about trying to remain calm and collected, even when times are really tough. Even when you feel like your life is just throwing one bad thing at you after another, just trying to remember to stay calm and remain sane through everything that you have to go through in your day-by-day life. It is called Humble. Starting over and staying calm, trying to right all wrongs, holding out on further excitement, needing to organize and time it. Still, I've learned to accept what to approve or reject, in acceptance of the fact I can't get you to react unless it's intended to shame me, but who can really blame me? I hold on to ideas tightly even when they are frightening. Feeling cold but acting warm just to survive the storm. Only trying to appreciate more when the pain reaches my core. Need to let go, move on, no choice but to stay strong. The stress seems to pile, it's too much to compile. Silently sneak my way through onto my next move, smiling even when feeling down, just to keep you around. Sacrificed all my pride just to heal from the inside. This battle is not worth fighting, caught in a storm, struck by lightning, failing but refusing to crawl, won't let anyone see me fall. It's essential to have patience with everything you are facing. Out of place, but remain still, with plenty of time to kill. I understand I'm not a first choice, seem to have lost my voice, attempting to find the light, attempting to make things right, blending in with my surroundings, feeding off the energy around me, not knowing when to speak, when inner emotions leak, searching for the deeper meaning, even when the world is deceiving. Is the message even reaching? Is the moral worth teaching? Acting fine when all is broken, reassurance is a treasured token. Remain structured with limitations, mind is in need of a vacation. Words quickly turn into a mumble, stay quiet and remain humble. Thank you.
Thank you, Saida. Stay humble. Love it. Okay, the third person we have up on here is Jenny. Jenny. All right. Yeah, give her a hand.
Hello, everybody. So happy. Okay. This is a poem I wrote over the summer. I was going through something. Okay. Father's Day, rain, Wabi House, veggie ramen for my broken heart. I have tears that want to fill my eyes. We only came here twice. And as I was walking up the stairs, I imagined you looking at me. I remembered your spirit and how your company made me feel. How it felt to be loved by you, how your company made me feel safe and loved, insecure and doubt, but willing to look past all of it, just of the thought of being someone's girl, their lover, their person, the one they love spending time with, the one that knows all of your secrets and kisses the deepest of your wounds, the one you want to run away with and make babies with and wake up next Father's Day with blueberry pancakes. Sé que era diferente cuando estabas tú. Maná starts playing and the tears start rolling. Father's Day triggers, Father's Day wound, Father's wound, where we learn how to love a man or how to receive love from a man. How grateful I am that my papi's still here to undo the illusion and feel the inclusion. You're still going through it. Don't rush it. Embrace it. It's real. You're mad, angry, and have resentment towards him. You feel fooled, like he played you and your feelings, like he opened your heart, cowardly knowing he wasn't able to hold it. He didn't have space. He couldn't make any room. He was not available, plain and simple. He was playing you like he was playing her and himself. He's so used to playing it became real life. He's so used to lying, he calls it truth. He's so used to manipulating the situation that he calls it being in control. He's so used to getting his way that his ego's probably having a hard time, that this time I chose me. I chose truth. I chose power. I chose love. I chose me. Thank you.
Thank you. That was good. That was very good. Thank you so much. Okay, so Saida's gonna bless us with another poem. Does anybody else want to perform? Anybody? Nadia? Yes, okay. You can just put your name on here, and then we'll call you after the, I'm sorry? Oh, you put it on for her? Okay, perfect then. Anybody else? Okay. No? Okay, cool. So Saida's gonna do another poem for us, and then we'll do the next performer.
Okay. your phones. Yeah. So this is a poem about self